What's going on? Virgo, it's Chris Anthony coming at you guys live and direct. This is going to be a reading for the month of January. I finally made my way around to Virgo. Sorry, this is kind of late, Virgo. But we are about to see what the messages are saying through the cards and get your energetic check-in real quick. All right. It's a general reading and it may not resonate with everyone that watches this, but if it does resonate with you, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, comment on the channel like always. If it does not resonate though, you can check out your rising or moon sign on one of the previous readings that I did for Virgo. All right, we're going to be starting off with your present energy right here first. This is also your main storyline. Sorry about the glare on the cards. I'm in front of a window. After that, we're going to check out your futuristic energy here on the left side, and this will be your supporting details. In the end, we're going to wrap it up with a fairy card. You guys get the Queen of Spring, all right? If you don't follow me on IG already and you're brand new to the channel, you should first subscribe and then check me out on IG at chrisanthony14lbs, Chris Anthony 14 pounds. And if you're looking for a personal reading with me, you can book that with the description that is in the video. It'll have all the details. All right, let's do this, Virgo. Crowning your reading, we do have the Nine of Wands clarified by the Six of Wands. So in January, I do feel like you guys have been making leaps and bounds, and it's going to continue to happen in January. I feel like you guys have been accomplishing a lot in your everyday life, and you have done it through a lot of obstacles, challenges, and major things that you had to overcome, both internally and externally, is what I feel with the Nine of Wands. This is somebody who has been through the mud and who has got it out of the mud at the end of the day. Right? This talks about the wounded warrior, and I believe this card and the concept popped up in your last reading that I did for you guys, Virgo, talking about that wounded warrior energy, how, you know, you've been wounded, you've been through a lot. There has been some challenges to overcome, but you're still able to produce, you're still able to do things, right? Even with an affliction or even with the challenges that arise, right? So the wounded warrior is somebody who has been wounded, that is not perfect, that is still healing themselves, but is also able to heal the world and accomplish great feats at the same time. Six of Wands energy does talk about being victorious, right? Overcoming these challenges, being in a place where the universe is recognizing your hard work and labor. So that is a perfect place to be at, Virgo. I think in the last couple of months, you guys really have been pushing very hard to get to a certain place in life, to get to a certain place for your personal growth in life itself, whether that has been financially or just within the realm of self-development or spirituality. And these things are definitely starting to show with the Six of Wands energy, right? This talks about you graduating or overcoming those hurdles that you had to kind of jump over, maybe over and over and over again. But now you are receiving the recognition from the universe, which talks about certain gifts, rewards that come in with this. All right, some of you guys could definitely be having some major opportunities that are opened up to you right now because you have kind of graduated from one cycle. And I think you guys continue to graduate. I think almost in every reading, you guys are getting this Six of Wands energy. So that means there's a lot of quantum leaping that's happening with you Virgos, which is very good. Definitely. But I like to point out that you are doing this, you know, with extra added weight on your shoulders, is what I feel with the Nine of Wands. Somebody who has been battling for a while now, right? This is that warrior card, the spiritual warrior that does not give in, that does not give up, right? Just because there are some things that doesn't go their way. So because you are so, you know, ambitious or determined, right? Because you can persevere through the hardest challenges, you get some of the biggest rewards in life, right? You get that recognition from the universe, right? Also comes along with these gifts and these abilities that you can use, right, towards the betterment of your life and the betterment of others, because you grow within this Nine of Wands energy, right? There's a deep level of growth when somebody can persevere and continue to move forward even when, like, most people would stop. So Virgo, you guys are doing pretty good in your energy. Page of Swords is under that, clarified by the Ace of Wands energy. So there could be some, well, yeah, there could possibly be somebody that's spying on you guys or wanting to look in to what you have going on. You could have some onlookers or some spectators trying to see exactly what you're doing, because I feel like Virgo is making some type of moves in the month of January, the first month of the year, first month of the decade, right? So I feel like you kind of are, like I said, quantum leaping, and you could have people like trying to figure out what it is that you are doing, or why they don't see you every day, or why you're not posting on social media or something. This could be talking about somebody like low key stalking you on social media. Somebody that could definitely be attracted to you, or feel like they have a certain level of passion um, between the both of you. Ace of Wands energy is here. But on the other end, on a deeper level, I do feel like there is something that you guys are wanting to communicate or express when it comes down to your authenticity to the world. And you're starting to find a level of passion to do this. You're starting to find this deep drive that you have to express yourself, to put your truth out there, to be seen in your truest form, right? Page of Swords energy, transforming the way you're communicating, transforming the way you're displaying or expressing how you represent yourself. So there could be a certain level of momentum or a push for you to do this. This a lot of times is my social media card, one of my social media cards, people who want to display themselves on social media to show the world, right, how they're doing, or what has happened in their world, or just what they believe in. There is some type of communication that you almost, I feel that you want to get off of your chest in January, and you want to kind of show it to a lot of people. So you're having this passion to kind of speak your truth in a certain sense, and not just to be seen. I don't feel like it's anything that's vain like that or egoic. I feel like this is more so representing like the level of truth that you have tapped into on your path. Um, and it's more of a freeing energy for yourself, more so than to be seen by other people, as to why you want to express this to the public. Like, it's kind of like you want a public service announcement because you want it to be made known for yourself mostly, right? Because it's one thing to tell ourselves something, and like, let's say if you adopt a certain belief system or you adopt a certain way of living, is one way to tell yourself that, and to do that within your own home and whatever. But it is another whole nother level right, when you display it to the public, when you show other people, like, this is how I'm living, this is what I believe in, this is my philosophy, this is what I've been up to, then it takes on a whole nother form that a lot of times, to a lot of people, does make it even more realer. Not because you're looking for validation in other people, but because, like, you're able to speak your truth and to display your truth and not be ashamed of it. So I feel like there's something like that happening with Virgos in the month of January, where you're speaking up about maybe some of your beliefs, or just speaking up about something that you want to be true to yourself or authentic to yourself about. And you're letting other people know that, which I don't see anything wrong with that. We do have your card here, the Hermit, with the Lovers card. So Virgo energy strong with the Hermit coming in. Um, And you have the Lovers here also, which could be talking about some type of connection that's happening here. You guys also have the Four of Wands in your futuristic energy. So there could be some partnership that comes in here. Possibly there could be a very strong soulmate or twin flame connection that you guys could be dealing with in the month of January. But with the Hermit card, some of you guys could definitely be going internal. You could definitely be wanting to kind of stay to yourself and wanting to be, within, working on your internal world, working from the power of your internal world or internal belief system. The Hermit card does go into the cave. He separates himself from the rest of the world to kind of form these belief systems, this this deep wisdom that he gets in tune with and attaches to in order to find more about yourself, find out more about yourself, right? So this is the know yourself card, know thyself. That some of you guys could be focusing on in January also, even though you're making some displays out in public about what you believe, you could overall be in hermit mode. Or some of you guys could be coming out of hermit mode after being there for a while and wanting now to shine your light on the world, which could make sense because we had that page of sword here that wanted to display something to the world. So you are maybe coming out of the cave, right? This could be a time where you're stepping out of hermit mode, going into the lover's mode, right? The lovers a lot of times does talk about making a choice between two different belief systems, making a choice between a belief system that was more traditional, that other people believed in, um, that you were taught by somebody else, and then going into your own philosophy, right? This also represents making a heart over head decision. So maybe you're having a decision to make in January where you're choosing your heart, right? You're choosing the love vibration over the logical, rational, left brain thinking. Yeah, for other people, this is talking about a connection that comes in. And this may happen because you're coming out of hermit mode now, or this could come as a result of you doing that internal search and doing a lot of internal work and healing yourself and clearing past traumas. Now there could be a new connection that's coming in because of all the work that you've done. And this could be your reward, right? Your ability to attract a true lover, a true soulmate. Yeah, so I like this energy that you're working with, Virgo. It's a lot happening for you in January. This is a general reading, so I'm picking up a lot of different scenarios from different people. But some of you guys will be coming in contact with a very deep lover or soulmate in the month of January. Right below that, we do have the Eight of Swords energy clarified by the Two of Swords, which is crazy because you get the same exact combination up here. Two of Swords clarified by the Eight of Swords. So maybe there is a struggle happening on the battlefield of the mind, Virgo, for January, where you feel stuck in a certain sense. This is representing being stuck in your head, being stuck because there's a decision to be made. And there's also a certain level of indecisiveness with the Two of Swords. So yeah, this is talking about a lack of clarity in some area of your life, Virgo, that you could be experiencing in January. Um, and you're wanting to break out of this restrictive type of energy. You're wanting to break out of that uncomfortable type of energy with this Eight of Swords, but you're kind of indecisive as to which direction you should go, what you should do to break yourself out of this energy of being restricted. So yeah, like I said, there is a choice that needs to be made. I feel like you are going to do this by going inside and really digging into your internal wisdom, your internal truth. Because a lot of times when we don't know the answers to something or we feel like we're stuck in our path, that's usually an indication that you do have to go internal. You do have to pause a little bit and go deep into yourself, go deep into your soul to find the answers to it. So I do feel like this is something that cannot be answered with a logical, rational type of answer, right? This is like the Einstein quote that any problem has to be solved on another level. It can't be solved on the same level that it was created. And I do feel like you guys are going to have to transcend this problem that you're dealing with and use spiritual principles or universal laws in order to transcend it. Whatever you're trying to do logically, I feel like you're not finding the answers to this. It is something that does make you very uncomfortable, though, is what I feel, that you're feeling a high level of discomfort being in this situation. And you do feel stuck, like you can't move forward until this is solved. But you guys keep going back and forth with it, is what I feel. You're going back and forth from one extreme to the other, or back and forth between two different poles of energy. Because I feel like you're trying to solve it with your mind, with thoughts, and you can't do it, Virgo. So yeah, you're going to be in this hermit mode. Once you get out of your mind, you're going to get deeper into this meditative state, is what I feel, Virgo, and start to really trust your intuition and this inner wisdom that's going to start to flow out of you. And this is going to bring you into a better place, into the lover's energy, right? Which is a very powerful place to be in, especially if we're talking about more than just a love connection. This is talking about a place where you are more free, right? And you're not bound by the mental constructs that are created in our society, right? That tells you have to live life this way, and if you don't do that, then this is the consequence, and if you don't take this precaution, then this is going to happen, and you need to make, blah blah blah, all the different rules. I feel like this is the thing that is kind of causing you a certain level of grief, is this certain belief system that we have in society that tells you, right and wrong, and this is it, and that's not, and this is how you should carry yourself, and this is how you should do this, blah blah blah. But you are going to find that once you stop all of those older belief systems and mind chatter, you're going to a deeper level of consciousness here, Virgo, in the hermit mode, and you're able to bring out some deep wisdom and use it for this situation that you find yourself in, and make this conscious decision to act from the heart space and not from the logical mind. This is what I feel like is going to be freeing you from this position, because for you guys to have these cards twice, there is definitely something that's on your mind and something that you feel stuck to, some type of thinking or way of thinking or mentality that you feel like you can't escape. Yeah, but you're coming to an end of the road with this certain thing that you've been dealing with. You're at a fork in the road, and you must make a decision whether you're going to hold on to this mentality or let it go. And I feel like what you guys are going to be doing in January is transcending this way of thinking and choosing to play on a different playing field, is what I feel. Because you can't figure this out with your mind, and it's almost making me. I'm feeling it right now. It's making my mind go crazy right now. Like all the thoughts and trying to make sense of all the thoughts, and it's like no, no, no. That's not the way that this needs to be handled. Whatever it is that you're dealing with, Virgo, it needs to be on a more spiritual, soulful, heart-based level. You need to come out of your mind and into your spirituality. Whatever does that for you to take you out of your mind is what you should be focusing on, whether that's music or watching a great movie or taking a long walk or taking a hot bath. You guys have to get out of your mind and into your heart space. It may be good for you to listen to some heart chakra music or heart vibrations. They have it all over YouTube to put you into a place where you're outside of your logic, because your mind is really screwing with you a little bit in the month of January, is what I'm picking up, Virgo. And it doesn't have to be that way. It's all illusion at the end of the day. This is like an illusion, is what I feel, that you feel like you're stuck in. Okay, let's move on to your futuristic energy. We do have the High Priestess with the Sun card, with the Page of Wands, with the Four of Wands to end it out. So, High Priestess energy, right? So, this is what's happening. You guys are going to dive deep into your deeper intuition, where the secrets are, where the keys to the universe are, where the Akashic records are held. And you're going to be diving into your intuition to clear out this level of confusion, Seven of Cups energy, where you don't know right from left, up from down. This is heavy energy, smoky glass mirrors, all that stuff we were just talking about with the Eight of Swords, where you've been trying to figure it out with your mind, but there is no out inside of your logic. You're moving on to your deep intuition and really allowing yourself to hear your intuition, because when you think so much and you're too much inside of your logical thinking mind, you can't hear your intuition. So once you do start to quiet your mind in the month of January, the second half of January, I feel like you're going to start to hear your intuition creep in, the quieter voice, right? Coming from a deeper place inside of your soul, and you're starting to see through the illusion that I was talking about. Something is being revealed, the clarity starts to come in for you and give you some directions, give you some insight about how you should move forward through this smoke. Even you making a choice, because there has been a level of indecisiveness here as to how you're going to move forward. And you couldn't figure it out logically, but your intuition is kicked in and it is showing you the way moving forward, the decision that needs to be made, the cup that needs to be chosen. Right below that, we do have the Sun card here, clarified by the Four of Swords. So finally, Virgo, you come from out of that darker energy. You come from out of that overthinking, overanalyzing energy into the Four of Swords. Your intuition kicked in and brought you this clarity, and now you're able to celebrate the fact that you're no longer having to overthink and overanalyze. The Sun does talk about a high level of consciousness that you are tapping into, um, and it was needed to transcend those lower level thoughts, or that maze that you were in. And the Sun comes in and brings in. Excuse me, sorry about that. The Sun comes in and brings this light to the situation, where you can see things from a different viewpoint. Your perspective has changed about your current situation because you're seeing it from a higher level of consciousness, that aerial view of looking at things. And so it is giving you a certain level of peace. Four of Swords energy. This is the meditative card. You do find your solid ground. You are able to ground yourself and come from out of that overthinking energy with this Sun card, and be more present in the present moment, enjoying yourself like a kid would do, right? This is what the Sun energy is talking about. So you do find peace towards the end of the month in January, or the second half of January. Page of Wands is here, sorry. Clarified by the Five of Wands energy. So some of you guys could definitely be taking up a brand new project, or wanting to have a new beginning somewhere that is more passionate for you. Um, these are new ideas that could be coming to the surface for you. Five of Wands does talk about a high level of competition. So whatever you could be wanting to start, you could have to compete with other people. Or you could just be getting over this internal conflict like I was talking about before. Eight of Swords energy. Five of Wands is conflict that could be internal. And because you pass through that energy, you do come out with this Page of Wands energy, which is having a new beginning, having a new start, having a new mentality, wanting to invest your time and energy into some new project or new business. And this may be some of the insight that came from out of your struggle that you had within your mind. Because, sorry about that, Virgo, I'm trying to talk here. Obviously, there was more understanding that you needed to move forward on your path in life, and you came to a crossroad that really had you stuck. But your intuition kicked in, your internal wisdom kicked in, right? You see things clearly, and now you move forward in this new way towards this new beginning. And for some of you guys, this will be some type of project or business or new career that you're wanting to start for yourself. All right, below that, we do have the Four of Wands energy, clarified by the Hangman Major Arcana. So there is stability that's here for you at the forefront of your mind. You could be thinking about stability for your life, financial stability, housing. You could be thinking about stability for all sides of your life, right? Even if this has to do with relationships and connections, environment is what I feel here. And you are building a very strong, stable foundation for yourself, Virgo. Now, for you other Virgos, there is a partnership that is here once again. There is a certain level of commitment that's here for you. Maybe somebody else wants to commit with you, wants to have this stable foundation, wants to grow with you in a certain way and create longevity. But you are putting things on pause, I feel, with the hangman. When it comes down to a commitment or a partnership with somebody, maybe you haven't quite made up your mind or you need the time to yourself. So this is what I was feeling up here too. With the hermit energy, you could just really be taking out the time that you need to heal yourself in a certain way. So you're in hermit mode as opposed to being in a love connection with somebody that wants to have a love connection with you. Could possibly be an air sign. And the same energy is here. Four of Wands is talking about a commitment that maybe somebody else wants to have with you, but you are in the hangman. You're putting it on pause because maybe you're wanting to tend to other things. Maybe this was the whole decision that we were trying to figure out that you were thinking about with the Two of Swords, right? So maybe I could have just figured it out for you, Virgo. I don't know. Because that was a lot. Y'all got me overthinking over here. With that Eight of Swords energy, Two of Swords, that's not a good combination. So I do feel like you won't be in that energy for long. You are going to be moving forward, but maybe you do need to take the time out to be in your own zone and inside of your own self-love for this time of your life. Maybe you are putting a commitment with somebody on pause or on hold. You could be telling somebody like, I need a break, or let's not move forward to something more. Let's just take our time and think about this. Let's move slowly is what you could be saying to somebody in the month of January, Virgo. For your fairy card, we do have the Queen of Spring. It says brilliant, loyal, talented, friendly. Believe in yourself. Wonderful people want to help you maintain a balance between work and home life. So this is the Queen of Pentacles energy. That's pretty good energy. That's matching the Virgo layout that I have here. I feel like you guys are definitely still busy in the month of January. There is a lot of new things that are happening and that you are taking on in the month of January. Definitely don't get stuck in the over analytical or overthinking capacity that a lot of Virgos can have. The message here is to tap into your intuition. Allow your intuition to lead you and guide you out of the things that you can't overcome. Definitely believe in yourself and know, right, that you deserve what it is that you want in life. And I feel like if you keep that type of sense of self-value and confidence in yourself, that you will move through these obstacles that may present themselves in January. All right, maintaining balance. So that's about it right there, Virgo. Hopefully this resonated with you. I know I was all over the place for this reading. But if it did, like, share, subscribe, comment on the channel. I will see you guys in the next reading.